Hey, good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to my channel again, the Sophisticated Black Strong channel. Um, I had another thing that I needed to speak about from my heart this morning. Um, Normalizing bad behavior. I wonder, can anybody that can relate to that? Because this is something that is really going on nowadays, and I really feel like that it needs to be talked about. A conversation needs to be had around it. One of the things that I wanted to make a point out of that's going on now is a lot of rape allegations and sexual misconduct is coming out. In the media, certain politicians who have, you know, put their hands on women and funnel them and having a manner towards them either verbally or physically that offended them. But this is the thing that I totally agree. No man has a right to put his hands on a woman that and she is not asking for that. Like she don't want that. Like you don't do that. I agree. But what it has brought me to the point to where I wanted to speak about this is those behaviors which those ladies have stated. If you remember, listening to some of their stories, different politicians that they've talked about. It's been years that have progressed that this particular person, politician or whatnot, has been doing these sexual misconduct. Like it's been years. Time has progressed. So if this person has been doing this over a period of time, and to the same person, and this person ain't said anything, and they don't like it, that is what you call normalizing bad behavior. To allow a person to act in a way that is offensive to you, and you allow it because of either who that person is or how you may feel about this person. That's happening too much, y'all. And what happens is when the behavior becomes normalized, when someone actually says something, the question is going to be asked, and why did you wait so long to say anything? And that is a very credible, and a question that needs to be answered. Why wait so long? Why now? Why now say something about this bad behavior that you normalized for so long? A lot of it got to do with this cancel culture. Certain people are up under attack that have been given passes for a lot of bad behavior. Now they're up under attack because times are changing. People are speaking up, rightfully so. I totally agree. But what I don't agree with is the amount of time that you have allowed to progress before you said something. That makes me wonder why you would normalize a person's bad behavior. Why do we normalize people's bad behavior? A lot of it, from what I can tell from my position as a human being up on this earth 41 years, is that it's according to how we feel about that particular person, based on whatever that feeling is based on, whether it be their position or the way our hearts feel about them. Because you got some people, especially politicians, that are so powerful that have a position of where if you were to say something at a particular time or at a time that these things were going on years prior, that they would not be able to hold a position that they held. And I get it. But this is the thing. You don't sell yourself out for no position when a person is doing you wrong. Or you don't sell yourself out, period, when you're being done wrong. You stand your ground. You say something. Because if you wait too long, it's going to start being questioned about what your intent is. We got to stop normalizing bad behavior for the sake of strategy, ulterior motive, the person has power, say something. Don't allow these people to get away with doing the things that they do. If you know the definition of right and wrong, stand your ground. Don't let nobody discourage you from standing up for what's right. We got a lot of that going on. People are being discouraged for standing up for what's right. Me, personally, I will speak on what it is I feel it is wrong. I will. I will even speak about it in public. Anybody that knows me personally know that I will. So that's my point. I want you guys and anybody that watched this video that agree with me to start to have conversations in your own arenas about how even yourself have normalized bad behavior. It could be in your children. It could be in your spouse. Your friends. Our friends, they definitely have the ability to normalize bad behavior, and we tend to laugh about a lot of the stuff that some people that are around us do, or whatever the case is. But we knowing that it's toxic. We know it's toxic. And even with that person displaying themselves like that, personally, it's toxic for them. And we got to quit allowing that to take place because we don't want to so-called step on this person's toes. Oh, that's just the way that they are. No. If you love and care for this person, especially if it's in a personal arena, you got to say something. You got, our black women that's, calling each other the B word or having this, mannerism about themselves, of where I see a lot of, starting to see a lot of black women, attacking the integrity and the mind. And I'm just saying, just the essence of black men. The way that y'all speak against a black man, either on social media or other black people speaking against other black people. Now, if it's wrong, it's wrong. You got every right to speak against it. You know what I'm saying? And be like, let this person know, like, hey, that's wrong. That's merited. But we got to quit trying to attack the person directly. It's the behavior, not the person. Because, see, the person is who they are. But the behavior is what can be changed. And that's the thing that we need to start thinking about, our behavior. And stop normalizing wrong behavior. If you know it to be wrong, I could go into a long discussion about my perception about the things that's going on right now that is wrong. But we all know the definition of right and wrong. And if you don't, I hope and pray for your sake that at some point that you would get understanding about what right and wrong is. Morally and spiritually. Because those are the two things that are driving the narrative in things going on between human beings now. How we treating each other. How are we displaying ourselves in public as individuals. Those things right there will start to change and have a drastic effect on our surroundings. Ask yourself, do you have behaviors that you have normalized that's just totally wrong? Ask yourself that today. Just think about it. And you might find, it might be scary to you, like, dang, I ain't even realized that. Are you the type that cuss a lot? Are you the type that passive about, your responsibilities, your obligations as an individual, in business, personally? We got to stop normalizing these things. Even bad eating habits. We got to stop normalizing these things. Keep a level of conscience inside of you. Even if you may have a place doing something, keep a conscience about what you're doing. So you can kind of have a filter to say, you know what, maybe I need to stop this. Or maybe you got to check yourself sometimes. Sometimes we got to check other people. But we can't do that if we continue to normalize what's wrong and the bad behavior. Because the more we do that, we're gonna keep digging a deeper hole. It's gonna be harder for us to get up out of it once we start to realize how far we have gone in this bad behavior. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. If y'all got anything from this, I'm glad. I really do. I'm passionate about talking to you guys about stuff that's going on in the psychological aspect, the spiritual aspect of things. To me, that's what's being sophisticated and strong is integrity, respect, honor, morality. You know, us as black people, we always have been those that have this spirit about ourselves that, you know, we've been always been chasing after God. We always have this mannerism about ourselves of good nature. And we need to get back to that. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to the traditional attitudes that we had about each other. When we really were pro-black, when we really, you know, was about each other, them Black Panther days, and, you know, when we called each other brother, and, you know, I want to see those days in my lifetime. I really love to see that. But we got to stop normalizing the bad behavior, you know what I'm saying, and all of the bad stuff that's going on in our culture and just in our world. The violence, you know, the attitudes, you know, and the wrong mindset. You know, that we got to stop it. We got to, you know, go ahead and just put a focus on it and really get an understanding on what that is. So I just wanted to, you know, be a bridge to the idea of that. I know I'm not going to be the one to solve that, but I would love to start a conversation. So if you guys got anything from this, I'm glad again, like I said, and I would love it if you were to subscribe to my channel. It's a lot of stuff, like I said, on a lot of my videos that I want to talk about, and it's just raw. I just pick up my phone and I start communicating from my spirit and from my heart, based on, you know, the way I perceive what it is that I'm talking about. So, you know, I know everybody not going to agree with me. I get that. That's just the way the world is. But hey, I'm still gonna, you know, talk about this stuff. Got to. Who else gonna do it? And I hope more black men follow suit. I really do. So God bless y'all. Hope that you have a blessed day, you know, and everything find you in good health and wealth. Once you watch this video and at the end of it all, again, please subscribe to my channel and have a blessed day.